Hi, seniors. Ms. Punjatori here to chat a little bit with you about something called the Ignatian Family Teach-In. The Ignatian Family Teach-In is an event that I have the opportunity to take students to every year that I've been here at St. Joe's. It's run by the Ignatian Solidarity Network, which is an organization that works to promote education about justice and advocacy all over the country and the world, but it is based here in Cleveland, which is really cool. The Ignatian Family Teach-In is typically this huge event that happens in Washington, D.C. every year. And students from primarily Jesuit, but also other Catholic high schools and colleges, as well as parishes, attend the event. And it's 2 full days of education about different justice issues. So we'll oftentimes learn about issues surrounding immigration, women's issues, what it means, talk with people about what it means to be undocumented, about access to healthcare, about access to education, and about fair wages, all kinds of things. And then on the last day, Monday, we have a huge rally on Capitol Hill. It's actually the largest Catholic rally, largest Catholic advocacy day that happens throughout the year. So it's a bunch of students from all of these places, and they all meet individually with their senators or the offices of their senators to advocate for certain issues that we spent the weekend learning about. So basically, students take what they learned about in these sessions, and then they take it to their representatives and they say, this is important to us as people of faith. Here's what we want you to do for us. So this year, because of the global pandemic, the Ignatian Family Teach-In is happening in a virtual platform. Although there definitely won't be the same exciting, we get to travel there and go to cool restaurants and have late night chats about justice in the hotel lobby. I think this is a really great opportunity because this year we are allowing every student who is a senior in theology class this semester to participate in the Ignatian Family Teach-In. So each of you will have your own login and you will be a participant at the teach-in. As part of your theology class, but also it will count for your service requirement for this year. So this year, the Ignatian Family Teach-In theme is called prophetic resilience. Okay, so we'll just take a look for a moment about what this virtual conference is going to be like. Okay, so the virtual platform is really made for connecting you with the speakers, connecting you with students from other schools and with students who have similar kind of interests as you. What I wanted to kind of highlight for you, and I'm sure that your teachers will do this as well, is the breakdown of the schedule and some of the highlights. They're definitely highlights for me. I hope they're highlights for you as well. So there's a special track that's designated just for high school students. So the content will be released each day and you will watch it and interact with it in your theology classes. And if you go to this Ignatian Family Teach-In website, you can see some of the things that you will be learning about during that week in the schedule. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff about creation care. Let's see what else. About migration, about keeping the family together, experiences with trauma in migrant situations. Sister Helen Prejean, who's a sister of St. Joseph, will be speaking about her experiences, probably her experiences that have to do with the death penalty. Some conversations about race. And then the last day, the Friday, is all about how do we take what we learned and move into an advocacy space? How do we advocate for people who are on the margins? Okay. And then over the weekend that is in many ways like the pre-work. And then over the weekend is when the actual Ignatian Family Teach-In happens. So I'm just going to scroll up here and you can see the breakdown of these 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Those are the typical 3 days that the Ignatian Family Teach-In happens in. So this is live content that you will have access to over the weekend. I understand that it's a weekend, and I understand that you probably have other things to do, so you can watch some of these things later. But I think in some ways it's really it'll be really cool to interact with it in live, like real time. So some of the speakers that I'm really excited about are Father Brian Massingale. Let's see who else. Father Greg Boyle, who, if his books have been on our summer reading list several times. He works with Homeboy Industries in Los Angeles. He does rehabilitation for gang members. So all of these men and sometimes women who are incarcerated and involved in gangs, he offers them a place to live and a job and job training, and really loves them despite kind of what society thinks of them. And he really just does a beautiful job at recognizing their humanity and pushing them to be the best versions of themselves. So he will share some of his stories over the weekend, and there will be some sessions on living undocumented, on DACA, and COVID. And then Sister Simone Campbell, who works for Network Lobby, which is the largest lobby organization, the largest Catholic lobby organization. And she is phenomenal. Like, she is able to break down issues and help me. And she uses like visuals for you to really understand them. And she has such a unique take on what it means to be a person of faith who works for justice. And I have been so inspired by her over the years. And I know for sure that you would be too. Okay, so that's just Saturday. And then there are also some sessions on Sunday that are exciting. And they also have these things that are like virtual, so usually there's a big exhibition hall that has like a bunch of free stuff and free t-shirts and pins and pens and stickers and all of this stuff. And they're trying to do sort of like a virtual exhibition. And so there'll be time built in to meet with those people. And this is a really great thing to do if you are considering ever doing something like the Jesuit Volunteer Corps, or spending time abroad working at some sort of justice-oriented organization. There's a lot of stuff there, and it would be a really great time for you to kind of get connected to different organizations that you might want to volunteer for or work for. There is, let's see, some stuff about death row, refugees, Father James Martin, who I'm sure that you've heard during your time here at St. Joe's. So all kinds of things. And it's really a wonderful opportunity for you to learn about these issues of justice, and for you to specifically like target the ones that you are most interested in. Okay, so the refugee situation may not be as interesting to you as maybe your heart is really drawn to people who are on death row, especially if they are unfairly on death row. And so it allows for some space for you to choose to learn more about things that you're interested in. And then the final day is really, again, centered on advocacy and witness. Like, how do you take what you learn and do something about it in the world, especially in this really divided, kind of challenging place that we are as a country right now? How can you be an agent for change, an agent for justice, and an agent for love? Okay, that is all. I will stop talking now, but I'm just so excited that you all have the opportunity to do this. And SJA invested a lot into giving you this experience. So I hope that you are able to get something out of it. All right, all my best. Good luck.